Hello everyone, welcome to our Starcraft 2 Blabcast here. It's going to be the round of 16, I believe it is, and we have a Protoss opponent who's also number 2 in his division. So something happened to my mic, so I am recording this after the fact with my commentary anyways. The gameplay is still was still live recorded. So as per usual, it's going to be the my one base timing rush, and the way I deal with force fields is with ghosts. So there's a few options. I mean, this is kind of similar to a 1-1-1 build, where you do a similar time push, but you use like banshees or siege tanks or something like that to kind of deal damage past force fields. I just prefer to go mass bio, as it's like a lot more firepower, and then hope I can take the sentries out of the equation with a well-placed EMP.
Overtime. Not enough minerals.
This is from about a week ago, and the strategy was kind of new to me, so it will be a little bit painful for me to watch. There's kind of some timings I like to do now, which I don't incorporate these old builds. I'm also very susceptible to
not enough minerals.
Definitely not Void Ray play, because I got enough Marines, but quick DTs could be a problem here.
Not enough minerals.
And even a 4-gate could be a problem, depending on how I micro the battle. So I put a little more emphasis these days on scouting.
SCV ready. Bad news.
Oh, post round. Aw, damn it. It looked like he was blocked in there. I'm not sure if he had a mineral walk or not to get out. Just 3 SCVs, maybe it's not a perfect round.
Sure thing.
The nice thing is that it looks like I forced him out before he saw my second racks. He may recharge shields and come back in, but I normally just accept the fact that he'll know I'm 2-raxing, but so I'm going to be late on my second racks actually. I think what I like to do now is get my second racks first to build one more SCV before I get the orbital, because otherwise it does delay it like this.
Yep. You want a piece of me, boy?
And next 100 minerals will be for my supply depot, and since you're doing add-ons on these 2 racks after the first marine, you won't actually supply cap yourself.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
I can't build here.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
And oh yeah, this is MLG Shattered Temple, so it's there's no close spawn anymore. For those of you who don't know, Season 4 of the ladder, Shattered Temple Metalopolis close spawn is impossible. So make sure you know that, so when you're adjusting your
not enough minerals.
Scouting routes. Just a little disappointed. I actually like close position, not because I rush it, but because I like doing my Fortress Fast Expand. I like positions where you're expected to rush, but I'm able to actually do my Fast Expand and survive with it. Oops. Guess I wasn't paying too much attention there, lost a Marine. With proper micro, 2 Marines should be able to kill a Zealot without taking any damage. Just always be running the Marine he's chasing in circles around the other Marine, and if he switches targets, then you gotta switch the one he's running. This is kind of a bad example of how to do it, but that's the gist of it anyways. And 3 low hit point Marines versus a very fast stalker means these Marines are all gonna die. In fact, I should have now pulled back that Marine there. Well, I guess I had reinforcements, so there's a chance for me to save it.
What's going on?
Kind of disadvantage having a slower unit. Time for a mule there.
Not enough minerals.
You know, you get more minerals, call down that mule. There
not enough energy.
Huh? Will do.
And
been waiting on you. Oh yeah, go go go.
So I know where he's located by process of elimination.
Let's have a blast.
Looks like I'm queuing up a route just to look for proxy pylons of that Marine and then send them back home. And this is kind of one of the timings I missed. I like to move out with like 5 minutes, maybe 5:30 at the latest. just with whatever I have, and it'll give me a good idea of what timing, like if you went for an early expo or not. And it gives you actually an opportunity to like break even or even go ahead and it's damage done, because before warp gate tech is done, Protoss typically has very few units. Sometimes they'll, if they're going like a 3-gate expand, they'll actually not chrono boost warp gate, but instead chrono boost out some units, so that might be a little more dangerous. But often you can get in there, you got like a slightly larger army than him, and you can get a really good scout in, and maybe snipe his sentries, and maybe even save a marauder or something. So I'm playing kind of blind here. If you want one gate expand, he's going to have a gigantic army by the time I show up, but I'm just going to be going for my basic 9-minute push and hope they went for a very standard toss build.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Got my one ghost out. I get it fairly early. It's kind of hard to decide when to get it, because if you get it too early, it actually, you'll have to stall your production for your 2 racks, and ideally you want to keep them going non-stop. If you get it too late, you don't really store up enough energy. And you definitely don't want to spend the money on the energy upgrade when you're only getting 1 ghost. It's just, because everything you spend money on that's not units will just make your push that much weaker.
Research complete.
In fact, the cost of a Ghost Academy and a Ghost, so I'm basically paying like 400 resources just for an EMP. So even that, I mean, you need summon to get past sentries, but even that might not be the most ideal thing in the world I'm doing here. I think in my factory I like to use it as a spotter for my push, just kind of send it in first. You get to see where his sentries are located, kind of pick your EMP spot. And it can even draw fire from stalkers that don't get into the fight that should. So pulling my stuff, I like to pull right when my first 2 medevacs are about to pop, and then, you know, kind of beeline my medevacs to join up with them afterwards.
Not enough minerals.
It's actually getting kind of late here. 10 minutes. This means you could, if you went Colossus, you could have 1 Colossus out with a 2nd and 3rd maybe on the way, and range upgrade on the way as well. Like if you stay at like 12 minutes, you could be facing 3 Colossus with thermal lance, so it's definitely too late at that point. And that's just with like standard Colossus timing. If you went for super fast Colossus timing, sacrificing his gateway army, it could be out even earlier.
Ready for dust off.
Which I have faced. I'm not actually sure if I put that video yet, but I basically put up a video where I thought a Protoss hard countered my this build about as well as possible. Looks like I stimmed in, which probably wasn't the best idea. I like to get the EMP down first, then stim, because this actually sent in my units ahead of my ghost, and then it's kind of late. And that's the worst EMP ever. I EMP'd 1 Colossus, and the Colossus didn't even have any shields. So that said, you can kind of screw up with this build, and it's still so tight for Protoss to be able to hold this that it leaves a lot of opportunity for loss. I thought I sent that guy in. I don't know why he fell back. Oh well. And looks like he's pulling back those units, so he's probably actually going to intercept my Reaper. Yeah, there he does. Oh well. But still, a little overwhelming now, and I'm all over. Ooh, that's an Artosis pylon, man. Take it down. What are you going for that for? Now I'm just allowing myself to get surrounded by SCVs and Zealots. That was microed about as poorly as possible. But again, 1 base first push versus Protoss. It's very, very powerful, and a lot of Protosses just kind of basically cheap to get ahead from the game, which causes to make this even seem more powerful than it is. And that is GG.
Replay
and we are moving into the quarterfinals, which are going to be best of 3 series. So another quick game, another Protoss opponent, and another fairly easy win. Yeah, so not much to say about that, but yeah, we'll just finish up this video here, and the next one should be the round of 8 series. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.